Good morning to Miss Adila and all my friends. Looks doesn't matter. Beauty is only skin deep. Every day we hear these sayings, and yet we live in a society that seems to refute this notion. With the help of social media and celebrities, society has set the beauty standards that make people to doubt their looks. This ideal of interpretation of what society deems to be beautiful. Nobody in this world is exactly the same, but the needs to reach these standards, this criterion is still felt. Therefore, in my speech, I would like to talk about the unreachable beauty standards that can cause a lot of harms on both girls and boys. Let's not waste any more time and get started with the three main points, which are beauty standards can cause someone to become diagnosed with an eating disorder, affects one's self-esteem, and last but not least, make people spend a lot of time and money on products. Now you're aware of the overview, let's get started with the first main point, which is beauty standard can cause someone to become diagnosed with an eating disorder. So you have to be a certain kind of skinny or certain kind of curvy to meet these standards. With these expectations, for example, many plus size women undergo an unhealthy strict diet to meet these standards that might cause them to get anorexia nervosa or bulimia nervosa. For one survey, 40% of young girls felt they were overweight and 60% of them consciously trying to lose weight even though they were within normal weight ranges. Mulham 2019 stated that people will know that they have eating disorder or that they have this problem. It is common for them to think that this eating disorder, it is not that serious. But the ugly truth is, every 62 minutes, someone dies as a direct result of an eating disorder. Now you understand for the first main point, let's move on to the second main point, which is beauty standards can affect someone's self-esteem. When people talk about social media affecting one's self-esteem, they will talk about girls being the majority of those who are affected. Today, however, social media may have just a negative effect on boys and their self-esteem. Today, boys sees the ideal of being more muscular and overall physically fit. We equate ourselves consciously and unconsciously to the perfect image we see in magazines, advertisements, and also films. That makes we don't want to take pictures with our friends. We feel ashamed. We feel ashamed of ourselves. All we want to do is crawl into a hole and lie there. People will feel self-conscious and feel ashamed of their natural features and think that they are not good enough. Kirby 2019 stated that the way men and women look in the media is unlogical for what we think we should look like, because 5% of them is only resembles of what portrayed in the media, and that leaves 95% of people feel they don't measure up. Now let's move on to the third main point, which is beauty standards make people spend a lot of time and money on products. Botox, plastic surgery, lash extensions, butt and breast lift, tattooed eyebrows are just a few things that people do to look better. They put all their money to look better and fit the standard for being skinny, having perfect skin, or wearing trending outfits by doing so. So what are those people that cannot fit these standards? That don't have money. They will feel self-conscious and feel ashamed of themselves. Many people tend to spend their money on what already beautiful. For example, in Korea, they are so popular of plastic surgery. For example, to cut their jaw, to look their face look smaller, and to make their eyes look bigger. According to NADHIRAH 2017, many young girls and boys increase the rate of having depression, anxiety, and behavior problems. I have justified my three important points, which are the first one is beauty standards can cause someone to become diagnosed with an eating disorder, affects one's self-esteem, and last but not least, make people spend a lot of time and money. Now let's move on to conclusion. All in all, we can define beauty by just if you're not fit for the standards, you are not beautiful, because it's a lot more. We need to expand our beauty viewpoint because beauty is not only on the outside. For me, beauty is when someone giving me a warm feeling inside. For for example, when my friend give me something, when he come back from the from Japan, Korea, or etc. Um, Keep in mind that being healthy and happy is a significant thing, although it is often overlooked, but it is very important because beauty comes from the inside. We don't need to feel self-conscious or have lower levels of self-esteem, because we are all the same, and we all have we each have our weakness and scars, and we should we should always we should always thanks for what we have. And that's all from me. Thank you.